The Swallow and the Crow, an Aesop fable. The fable begins when the swallow and the crow start having an argument about their feathers. After a few minutes of arguing, the crow decides to end the dispute with, "Well, your feathers are all nice and well in the spring. But mine? My feathers protect me from the winter. Fair weather friends, well, they aren't worth much." Now, there's no question that the swallow has beautiful feathers. They come in different colors and shades, and when they take flight, well, it's just beautiful. But while the swallow is pretty, the feathers aren't as durable. Crows come in one color, generally black, but their feathers are much more useful when the winter sets in. The moral of the story is plainly stated. Fair weather friends aren't worth much. When trouble comes, they're not going to be a whole lot of help to you. Now, why would the swallow and the crow be appropriate characters for this fable? The swallow is used in literature to symbolize the coming of spring and fair weather. Like most songbirds, they tend to fly south for the winter. Crows, however, while not very pretty, are more often portrayed as very intelligent and have been used by poets to symbolize something ominous coming. As far as most animal species are concerned, very little is more ominous than the coming of winter. Now, let's put this fable into a human context. Anybody can relate to this fable, which is what Aesop intended after all. This fable is really talking about the friendships that people have, not feathers. Think back to that group of friends that you hung around with in high school. We all had that one person who always seemed to be around when the sun was shining and everybody was in a generally good mood. The problem with that is that everyone has a storm in their life, whether it be a death in the family, a bad breakup, anything that tries you as a person or tests your character. When that storm happens to come around, that person suddenly has somewhere else to be, something else to do, or simply fades away into the background until times are a little bit better. Your good friends, your crow friends, will always be there to help and to protect you. They'll shelter you from the storms and all the winters that you have in your life. After all, like the fable says, fair weather friends, they aren't worth much. This fable teaches a lesson that's still relevant to audiences today, despite how long ago it was written. And on that note, that concludes this telling and interpretation of Aesop's The Swallow and the Crow.